Hello again, or if you're new here, my name is Kaylee or Ghoul Host, and I went to Midsummer Scream, which is really exciting because I feel like once Midsummer Scream happens, it's like spooky season is basically here. Like a lot of the announcements are made there for what's coming up, and you're surrounded by spooky people and creatives, and it's just really inspiring every year. I'm really excited that I could take you along with me. Also, so sorry that I took a little break. It was very unintentional. I ended up getting sick, and then my boyfriend went on tour on the East Coast, so I was hanging out there for a little bit. We got back just in time for Midsummer Scream, and I'm excited to take you along with me. Midsummer Scream is the world's largest Halloween and horror convention, and it takes place at the Long Beach Convention Center. It's one of my favorite spooky events because a lot of the local haunts, businesses, and artists come here to showcase what they have planned for the upcoming Halloween season. As we walked in, we went straight to the Universal Monsters booth in the front of the convention. They had some really fun photo ops and brought along some familiar and very scary faces. Day one was on Friday and it started later, so we really just walked around to check out what was here this year so we could make a plan of our priorities for Saturday and Sunday. Of course, the vendors here are a huge part of this event. I'm always finding new favorite small businesses. These frog purses by Windy Willow stole my heart. They are the perfect witchy accessory. I had to stop by and check out some of my favorites that I've seen at these events throughout the years. Vera's Eye Candy was one of the first spooky small businesses I discovered through Midsummer when I went my first year. And fun fact, her husband's booth is right next to hers and he's an amazing tattoo artist. My first year at Midsummer, I actually got tattooed by him and it was a lovely experience. I love dressing up or just wearing something vaguely spooky or reminiscent of my favorite horror characters. Like on this day, I went as Wendy from The Shining, but then I see all the amazing cosplayers who really put in the work, and I am in awe of the dedication. That little shorty baby was the cutest thing I have ever seen. And my friend Sarah, who you will see a lot in this video, everyone say hi Sarah, went home with the cutest gremlin from their booth. I spend a lot of time at these conventions appreciating the vendors. I love being able to highlight them in these videos, so if you see something you like, you can support them as well. I unfortunately didn't buy anything this time around, but I try to support in any way that I can, like sharing their work with all of you. The Hall of Shadows is what really sets this convention apart from others. It's at the back and in a dark room, and it's where you can go to experience the haunts, a slider show, and more photo ops. Our first haunt was the Gears of Fear by Lionsgate, and you're about to see how truly terrifying this maze was, at least for me.
A mirror of your darkest fear. A testament to your choices. Survive them.
This morning at around 5 a.m., we recovered 5 bodies and 1 survivor.
Not you, bitch!
After that, I was ready to go out of the fog and back into the light to finish up our night. I met some really kind people, and I'm always just so happy to be part of this spooky community. All of you made my weekend so special. Then we were off to get some sleep to get up bright and early for day 2. We're back! And if the fire alarm that was going off all morning didn't wake you up, Horror Vibes coffee was another great option. Started day 2 pretty strong by stopping by the Paramount Scares booth and winning some spooky prizes. I tried to do a bit of an Edward Scissorhands look for the day, but without the Scissorhands, I kind of just looked like myself. But it's the thought that counts. Back to shopping more vendors. Does anyone watching collect physical media? I'm so impressed with people's collections, and I love browsing the VHS even though I have no way to play them. I eventually was ready to go back into the Hall of Shadows and do a couple more haunts as we waited for the cider show. We of course had to check out the Scooby-Doo themed haunt that was there.
Welcome to Scooby-Doo and the Carnival of Chills. Thank you.
Listen, Scooby-Doo's missing and we need your help. So let's split up. I'll sit here and look for clues. You go find Scooby. Keep going down that dark, spooky tunnel. He might be in the monster show.
Jeepers, gang! Look out! I think there's monsters in the swamp! Watch out! It's the miner!
Rawl of the Dead was also here taking photos. I worked with him before and he's the perfect person for his spooky photography needs. I mean, look how cute and spooky these photos turned out. Another must-see at this event is a Decayed Brigade slider show. I am mesmerized by sliders. It looks so much fun to be able to slide across the floor like that. My knees are actually terrible, so I don't think I could ever even attempt to slide, so watching them will have to do. We left the shadows to finish up the evening with some more browsing and photo ops. This art cosplayer was so good, and I can't get over how cute him and Sarah's little pose is. Before we headed home for a break, we had to stop to grab a fancy soda. After an outfit change and a little resting, we returned for the recently deceased after party. There's something so wholesome about a bunch of monsters and your favorite slasher villains dancing their little hearts out. Can you guess what song we're singing? After not getting enough sleep, we were back for the third and final day. Our main goals were to stop by the Deadly Sweet booth to, of course, grab a little treat, and to see David Dastmalchian. He was a guest of Vamp's podcast, Let's Get Spooky, and it did not disappoint.
Is it one of the Remco 1970s werewolf figures? Am I close? People are clapping. Am I getting some approval? I don't know. I feel like Eddie Munster right now. I was gonna say.
He's probably my favorite actor, and I did end up getting to meet him. I've actually met him before at an Oddities Expo, and he complimented my taxidermy antelope, which is a very weird and fun thing that has happened to me. And as the day came to an end, we did another lap around to make sure we had seen everything, and then somehow it was already over, but I left excited for what's to come this spooky season. See, wasn't that like the perfect spooky event to get excited for Halloween season? Like, I feel like every year it's the turning point where I'm like, okay, it's go time. I need to figure out my costume and figure out what I'm doing this year. So thanks for coming along with me. I hope you had fun. And if you've never been to Midsummer Scream, there's always next year. So maybe I can convince you. I'd love to see you there next year. And thank you for watching, of course. It means so much to me. Feel free to subscribe if you like this kind of thing. But also, now that like I'm back and getting back in the swing of things, my goal is to start posting like way more consistently. So if there's anything that you'd like to see from me, let me know. I'm definitely going to do more like Halloween hunting things and some hauls here and there, and then more spooky events, some haunts, like the big ones, Not Scary Farm, Halloween Horror Nights. But if there's anything like specifically they're like, oh, I would love if you did this. Like, I loved doing like my themed clown vlog. I know that video was not for everyone, but just like having like little themed days, and I want to do some cozy content. I read a lot of books. I've always kind of wanted to do like a 24-hour readathon. Don't want to be like a book channel, but I think it'd be fun to do like a one-off, a cozy Halloween spooky reading vlog. I think that'd be super fun. So let me know, because I'm very open to suggestions. And to any of you that I met at Midsummer Scream, everyone was so unbelievably nice. And it was crazy to me that people knew me from YouTube, because I started this channel very, very recently. I was mostly on TikTok and Instagram doing short form stuff. So to have anyone come to me for YouTube was like very shocking and very nice. There was a girl that told me that she watches my videos while she works out. So if you're watching this, drink some water, and I hope your workout was great. But I appreciate you all so much, and I really look forward to spending this spooky season with you.